All right, so we just saw Leviticus.
Yeah, we just got out. We didn't talk about it. We saved it for y'all.
The good stuff.
The good stuff.
So, what'd you think?
Mm, Overall, I think acting was solid. The movie itself I found lackluster.
Okay. I would say acting is solid. Some of the decisions made by people seem rather stupid. Uh, Now, I don't know a ton about this movie. I know that I watched a trailer for it and I wanted to see it, and I got some word that this was kind of related to conversion therapy, which I think makes sense. I mean, they're going for kind of an It Follows of. Have you ever seen It Follows?
No.
So It Follows, if you have not seen that movie, is essentially an STD that is a demon that follows you around, tries to kill you, looks like other people. And what they're going for is that's essentially what's happening in this movie, but with conversion therapy. So a guy shows up, he does his little skit, lights a flame, puts it out, and then from this point forward, you're essentially followed by a demon who impersonates the person that you supposedly love most and tries to kill you, which I was doing a little bit of research on this. This would be like back in the 50s and 70s. So this would be called like behavioral reconditioning. So what they would do is they would give you a negative stimuli. Yeah, except almost like a
Ritual.
reverse exorcism.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's essentially inviting a demon.
Does he know that he's inviting a demon?
I don't know if he knows he's invited. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Because when he does this thing, from this point forward, this entity follows you around for the rest of your life, always mimicking the person you love. I mean, I would assume it does not mimic someone you love in a heterosexual relationship, but if you're in a homosexual relationship, it would mimic that person. And then when you engage in some sort of sexual activity with them, it tries to kill you.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why the person that you love, if it's the guy like the guy, right? So the guy that he liked, the blonde kid, was following him around. But I find it kind of unethical that he does this exorcism ritual, or he summons a demon that is supposed to make you, straight, heterosexual, but he doesn't provide any instruction. He doesn't provide any orientation. Like, hey, listen, man, the only way not to get killed is like you gotta start, focusing your attraction on the opposite sex. You kind of leave them hanging there, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's probably going along with conversion therapy of the day is that you're essentially, I mean, looking into this, the small amount that I've had is, first of all, it doesn't work. Surprise, surprise. But it also creates a lot of anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. And then, I would think that probably the deaths also come along with like suicidal thoughts from going through conversion therapy or having everybody like trying to push you into being something that you are not naturally feeling. And then that anxiety and depression leading you to kill yourself. That would be my guess of where the movie was trying to go with that. Also, ridiculous try at a jump scare in the middle of the movie, which I thought was
Which
unnecessary.
one was that?
When he's like laying in bed and the guy kind of jumps up.
With the bitten ear.
I'm not mad at it, but I just don't understand why you tried to include that. Like you don't jump scare in any of the rest of the movie, and then they try to get you with this one. It just seemed a little bit unwarranted.
Yeah, yeah. I think the setup was there. I think if they leaned more into the horror and less about like expanding onto the story, we as an audience would have gotten it, right? Because that's where you gotta trust the audience that they get the lesson of the entity.
Well, I wanted them to go more brutal with the deaths too. Like, I mean, one is pretty much
How many deaths there were? There was like one kid.
Well, the girl at the first, and then she kind of dies behind a wall, and then the next guy dies in the dark. And I think that there's times where I think
just two deaths.
I think those are the only two.
Yeah, you gotta have more. You gotta have more body bags in it.
I mean, even if you're just gonna have two, make it a really make it gruesome, make me afraid of this entity. Like all we see is the entity chokes people, they kind of shove it off and then run away, which is very much like It Follows, like the monster in It Follows. I mean, this movie feels very much that they borrowed a lot from It Follows. In that movie,
there's also an opportunity to why when we think about who died, right? Only the people who like the same sex, right? The homosexuals, they're the only ones that died. But you could also incorporate where maybe the entity kills like the priest or somebody else, right? You could have it kill more people, more variety of people, because there are now only people in the body bags. Is the brunette guy and the girl in the pool.
Yeah.
So it's like the murder type is very homogenous. It could have been more diverse. Like why wouldn't it kill a stranger? Why wouldn't it kill a cop? Why wouldn't it kill the priest?
I think it goes back to what they're trying to portray with the movie. But yeah, it's like it would be fun to see what happens if somebody outside of the main characters that have gone through this conversion therapy ritual, can they get hurt? How does it impact everyone else in the world?
That's why if you make the entity more scary and it runs towards like killing its object, and if anything gets in the way, like let's say there's another person, it won't care. I think that's why another thing, like it can go after you when you're not alone. I think that could have been more fun too.
And it does. I mean, when it first goes to the party for the brunette kid, I mean, he's kind of in open sight of the rest of everybody else. He's not alone.
True. So yeah,
they really like portrayed it like it's only when you're alone thing, but there's numerous times where it's around other people.
Actually, it would have been more fun if it can come after you when there are other people around you, like all the time.
Yeah.
Because then you would have seen the reactions of other people being more like freaked out. What is going on?
I thought they would at least do that more with like them talking or like kissing each other. Like, when that's happening, we're witnessing it from an outside party and seeing what, they just look like a crazy person essentially. Yeah. But they didn't really lean into that very much.